Previously on Dumbgeons Dragons.
Flint was staring down the horde of zombies, having just killed Nergoth Bladelord.
Are they running or shambling?
They're not slow, but they're definitely not running.
I don't know what that means. Guys, we've got 3 options. Zombie horde, don't know, more drakes.
Or do you guys just want to run?
Let's fucking run.
You all begin to book it. Nulara, you make room. As you carry forward, you see members of the cult of the dragon that you are now charging towards.
Guys, we just need to keep them busy till our horde of zombies is here to help us.
You 4 pile through them, knocking them to the side. Nulara, you turn to see the eyes of a dragon looking right at you. As you clear the hallway, lightning comes down the hallway and strikes the remaining cultists.
I think we just want to keep heading, deeper towards the center.
Flint, as you and Nulara move the last boulder, you realize that the light source is coming from a monstrous building. Screams and roars come from over the edges as another blare of the Dracorn sounds, and you are looking at the Temple of Tiamat. Welcome to Dumbgeons and Dragons. We're a D&D 5th edition actual play podcast, and I'm your Dungeon Master, Russ More, and with me today is Amy Moore.
I'm Amy Moore. I play Thia Amastacia, and the thing that bugs me the most is when I step in a puddle with socks on. Nothing enrages me more.
I feel like that was pointed. Also with me, Carla Johnson.
I am Carla Johnson. I play Nulara Moonbrook. I just try not to let the, petty bothers of day-to-day life, really get me down, and try to, just stay really positive all the time, so...
For Carla. For you.
That's not true. I get irritated about everything all the time, but I just wanted to tease Amy because I love her.
And Tom Laird.
Yeah, that's me. I play Flint Firebeard, and I'm straight up 100% with Amy on this one. Let's get into it. Puddles on the floor, socks, fuck, just the worst. See, Paisley's on.
She
knows.
agrees. What's up?
This is our new podcast called What Did You Step In? Each week we delve into what we stepped in this week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I stepped in a lot of snow yesterday because I hiked up to Heart Lake, and let me tell you, there's a lot of snow up there.
Fair enough.
So, there's that. Russ was just kidding, but now we're doing
guys,
it.
I didn't really want to...
I stepped onto a baseball field.
Oh.
I didn't step into it, but I stepped onto it. So that was fun. We had an informal softball practice.
You know what?
Sexy pitches back at.
That's right.
We cut off our Stepped In podcast here. And if you want more of this Stepped In podcast, you got to visit us over on Patreon, where we might talk about what we stepped in one of the Goog Hangs. So look forward to that coming up, everybody, whenever that is. But patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, you can come over there and check out what we've got going on. And what we've got going on is a great community that you can be part of for anywhere from $1 up a month. You can get some great bonus rewards and tiers. Great rewards, bonus content at different tiers.
There it is.
That was a struggle.
You got there, though. Good for you.
It was tough. Sorry, everybody. We also dedicate an episode to a patron. And today's patron is Devin Michaels.
Hey, thanks, Devin.
Hey, thanks, Devin.
Devin, you're the best.
Thank you, Devin.
2 first names again.
First names again.
Yeah. Because sometimes, we
happened
had
before.
a previous
It happened
patron who
before.
has 2 first names, a first name for his last name.
All those people named Michaels as a first name.
Yeah. Yeah. How many people do you know named Michaels?
Almost.
So close.
I mean, there's that.
That's all I have to say. That's my whole defense.
It's so close.
You chose like Mario there for a second. How was that so close?
It's me. I'm so close.
That's good.
And yes,
Off to
you
a
were
roaring
so
start
close.
here. So patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. So close.
So close.
Can this episode be called So Close? I guess it depends how it turns out.
It depends.
We die this episode. It's called So Close.
almost made it to Tiamat. Almost.
New house rule, I think if anyone rolls like a crit fail, they have to immediately say, so close!
At least today. At least today.
At least today's session.
Well, obviously,
No,
forget
we
after
kill
today.
jokes.
We can't
Kill
even
jokes
remember
dead.
how to play the game from week to week. We certainly can't remember jokes from week to week.
Speaking of which, fuck it, let's play D&D.
Okay.
Right.
You four step out of this caved-in entryway into the caldera of the Well of the Dragons. You look and you see over the rubble ahead of you the peak of twisting cornices reaching up of the 5 towers of the Temple of Tiamat. You look to the sky and you see a swirling storm and cyclone that has built since you went into the volcano. You see metallic and chromatic dragons tearing each other apart in the sky. Roars and calls and screams of battle surround you, bouncing off the walls of the volcano.
I'm going to change back into my regular form, as I say. Holy shit, you guys.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
At least we're heading in the right direction? We've got to be, right?
Yeah, I mean, if this isn't where we want to be, then I don't know where we want to be.
Agreed. I mean, I don't want to be here.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
To be
but,
clear.
You know,
Yeah.
to finish the job, we need to be here.
Yeah.
Well, guys, let's finish the job.
Do we see, like you basically described, like it's a big tower, but with 5 towers, I think, right?
Yeah, so you kind of see the peaks right now because you're kind of down in a collapsed portion of the volcano. So you can't really see the full scope of the tower from where you are. If you so desired, you could move somewhere to do that.
Actually, I think we live here now, so I think we can.
See, this is what I'm asking. All right, so you set up a homestead, and
That's what I was wondering if, like, so we've kind of cleared all this rubble, we've made it through, and, like, are we on the exterior of a building, or do we, like, see paths, or, like, what is in our immediate vicinity as opposed to just, like, the scale of the battle beyond?
you are in a collapsed pit. So what you see is just rubble from rock and
Oh, we're in a hole.
you're in a hole.
We're in a hole, you guys.
Yeah.
We have to climb our way out of this
I'm
hole.
trying to fancy describe this hole,
No, it was too fancy.
but I should just say you're
Dude,
in a hole.
don't be too fancy for us.
Russ, you never need to fancy describe a
I
hole.
didn't get it.
Fair
No,
enough.
for the love of God.
Touche.
We're like, what kind of special area are we in? You're not, you guys. You dug yourselves into a hole. Nice job. Can I carefully clamber to the top and just peer over in a sneaky way? Because we don't know what's up there.
Yeah, how deep is the hole we're in?
The hole itself is quite large, like longest point, like 150 feet. Widest part, almost 100 feet.
Less of a hole,
And
more
then-
of a crater then?
Well, yeah, it's a very large
Yeah,
volcano.
we're in a big old hole.
I tried to fancy describe it because it was more than a hole, but you just hear that it was.
You guys are in a little more than a hole. Yes, I get it.
You're in a collapsed crater within a volcano. When anybody would like to begin walking up, it would be considered difficult terrain for those that affects. So a dexterity athletics roll.
So it's obviously a fairly steep sides out. What if we used a ladder?
Does anyone have a ladder?
If only someone had a ladder. If only someone had
pats her
a
pockets.
rod of lordly might.
Wait a minute, guys. I can help us out here with this here ladder.
Flint, it's genius. I love it. Let's do it.
This ladder's come in real handy a bunch of times. This always makes me feel like a fucking hero to have this thing. So I press
It's
the...
so big, too.
I press the corresponding rod button and extend it into ladder form.
Did you say something like go gadget ladder?
I don't believe I've ever said anything for it, but, make ladder go now.
That new intellect headband is really working out for
It's
you.
really good.
Yeah, it's bringing you all those real good words.
Yep.
You begin scaling up the ladder, and you, it takes a quick minute, but you get to the top of the hole that you're in. And you are now on the edge, and you look out before you, and the caldera is blanketed beneath bones of hundreds of dead dragons. But that is not the most arresting feature. A mind-numbing structure that you saw the peak of looks like it has pushed up beneath the tangled bones to tower above the blasted volcano. Partly volcanic ash fused with dragon bones and partly stone imbued with the dark magic of the Nine Hells itself, the Temple of Tiamat is all chaotic angles and jutting buttresses. Within that snarl of cornices and soaring angulation, you make out 5 asymmetric towers topped by twisting steeples, and you see landing atop those towers one of each of the different 5-colored chromatic dragons.
Do they see us?
Yeah, are these living dragons, or are they like sculptures built in at the top of the towers?
No, sorry, they are just landing.
Oh, okay. All right, perfect.
They are alive. You are kind of hidden among different bones and stones, so they have not seen you directly as of this moment.
Well, I guess, yeah, dragon bones. Huge.
Yeah, the scale of this place is enormous.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I feel so tiny.
all we know is that this was the way to where they're doing the ceremony. Not particularly helpful now that we've arrived here, outside this fucking monstrosity. What do you want to do?
Should we just try to make our way to the tower? I mean, if there's a sacrifice going on, couldn't it be there?
Yep, I mean, certainly that's the direction we need to go. Sneakily.
Let's go in that direction.
Everybody make a stealth check.
I have to make a stealth check for my owl.
Yep. Yeah, how's Guacamole getting around now that you're out in the open?
Just like walking
Just
carefully.
like, just on her tippy toes, real slow.
Okay.
I rolled for myself.
Were you so close?
Oh, so close. I rolled an 8 plus 1.
Okay.
So 9. Oh god, and Guacamole got a 5. Oh, plus 4, so she got a 9.
There we go.
It would have been better. Those aren't sneaky rolls. You guys
I got a 16 with Flint.
don't walk near me. I'm super loud.
Okay.
I got a 12 and Donnie got a 13.
You, not so quietly for the most part, are kind of climbing through these bones and around large boulders that have broken free. You are about 200 feet from the tower. So you are trying very hard to stay hidden from the chromatic dragons who seem to now be turning towards one side of the tower that is away from your direction. As you continue to get closer, you hear orders quietly being called from around the far side of the temple the closer you get. And as these orders are being called, you see the 5 chromatic dragons leap up into the sky and begin circling the location.
Double cheeseburger, fries, no ketchup.
Oh, it's the dragon drive-thru, of course.
I'm sorry, I'm stressed out right now.
Yep.
There are so many big things.
As they are soaring around, you hear another blast of the dracorn that echoes off the walls of the inside of the volcano.
Can I use my looky-loo to see if I can see what they're circling with a little more clarity? Or is it blocked out by the tower?
From what you can gauge by what you can hear and where the orders are coming from, it's coming around the far side of the tower itself.
Okay.
So if you were to see them, you would have to physically walk around.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great. We should just get to where we're going then.
You kind of keep an eye on them, and they are circling, getting lower and lower to the one side of the tower. And you have made it to the side of the tower.
And is there a conveniently placed door?
Not at your current position.
Too bad.
Any windows?
I mean, I've often heard that if there isn't a door, sometimes there's a window that might be open.
Sometimes there's a window.
Yeah.
Very high up in the tower, there appear to be slats that could be construed as windows.
Are they like human body size sneak through slats?
It's very high up. It's hard to tell exactly how wide they are, but they would probably be very big.
How high up is very high up?
The tower itself is probably 300 to 400 feet tall.
And these windows are...
Somewhere kind of mid-range there, so 100 to 150 feet.
You guys want to hop on Guacamole's back and fly up to one of those windows?
I'm a little reticent to fly up with the dragons flying around. Seems like that would make us more visible.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay. Should we continue to walk around the side of the tower, essentially?
I mean, there's got to be a way in somewhere, right? Or do dragons just fly in the top? Maybe.
Oh, could be like a helicopter pad.
Exactly. Yeah, but someone has to do...
The cultists got to, like, get in and out, right? I don't know a lot about, like, dragon architecture.
Sure.
But what else are we going to do other than pick left or right and go that way?
Yeah, so they're kind of on the other side of the tower from us, Russ, correct?
Yes, that is what you are making out.
Okay, so it would be like whichever way we went, it would be essentially the same distance, or are we shaded to one side more than the other? Because if we go around the side that they're like furthest away from us, that gives us more time to go around without being discovered, in theory.
Yeah, if you were to, say, go right, you would probably be closer than if you went left. Like, you would reach their location quicker than if you went left around the building.
So, long way around is left.
Well, my legs are tired. Let's go right ways.
I came to the opposite conclusion.
Me too. I was thinking, let's not go where the troops seem to be amassing. Let's go the other way around.
Oh, okay. Let's go that way.
Where maybe we can stay a little more hidden for a few more minutes.
Yes, no, that's better. Thia doesn't strategize.
My dogs are barking, guys. Let's get right to it.
The dragons don't kill me. My feet will. I mean, come on.
These boots are murder.
You begin walking, and you hear a couple things. Above the orders, you hear screams forming. You see the dragons begin to stop circling, and they begin to soar down to the volcano floor. You also hear a loud cracking boom from off in the distance. If you look, you see clouds beginning to push and make way.
Before we walk any further, I say, okay, guys, so something I was just thinking, because you guys are so good at the strategy stuff and everything, but here's something we just haven't tried before. I'm just going to throw it out there. What if, from a place of hiding where I can see people, before we, get into the thick of it, I can, hurt them with some of my ranged spells?
I love it. It's a great idea.
You know, could just open up maybe some moonbeam or blight some bitches or something, but they won't see me or you guys, and we'll have a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a real good plan. I don't know why we've never thought of it before.
I don't know why it took me this long, but you know what? I'm here where it counts.
I mean, I think where we are right now, we're kind of exposed. So I think unless there's no other solution, that might be plan B, and maybe finding a way in this tower stealthily might be good.
Oh, no, for sure. We still need to get in here. But I think, like, if we get in here and we see people before they see us and I forget my plan, I've at least told you guys
Perfect.
that this is a viable option for us. Let's go.
So you're continuing along your path.
And we do that real sneaky walk that they do in cartoons.
All right, so super slow.
Yep.
All right. So at that pace, you're going to be walking for kind of a long time.
Well, we do it a little fast.
Well, I mean, a little bit faster.
Normal pace.
Yes. Yep, got it. Okay, so you continue your trek around the building. As you get closer to where you assumed the dragons landed or were circling, the screams become more intense and
human
louder.
screams?
One could presume, yeah.
Are they screaming things or just general, like,
Just
screams?
general screams of perhaps pain and or agony. If you were to roll an insight, I'd give it to you because it'd be pretty low.
13.
Yeah, definite pain and or agony and or fear. I'll give you fear for that one too.
Can we tell which kind of direction the screams are coming from, or are they just kind of at the tower and that's all we can tell?
Because of the tricks, you can kind of hear them all around you, but it's also from the direction that you are walking close to where the dragons had landed.
Okay.
I mean, those screams sound like they could be, maybe.
Sacrifices?
Yeah, some sacrifices.
All right.
Stands to reason. So maybe we go see what we can see. And
I mean, I do have that looky-loo if we're still far away.
You continue to walk, taking a glance around every corner as you go. And you come to the final tower to walk around as you have kind of counted them out as you have been going around. And you look, who looks around the corner? Or do you kind of go 3 heads at a time there?
Three
Shotgun
Stooges
lowest
style?
head.
Yeah.
I mean, stands to reason. So, middle head?
All right.
I'm the tallest?
You are the tallest.
Comedic style, you poke your heads out and you look to see people being tossed into the air, into dragons' mouths, and a group of them surrounded by the 5 chromatic dragons.
How big of a group are we seeing? How many people in this group? About.
And how are they being thrown into like the dragons are grabbing them and throwing them up and catching them up like popcorn?
Oh, they're playing with them
Fuck.
like orcas play with seal.
Oh, that's just...
You and I, Carla, made the same face as soon as he said that. We were both like,
Yeah.
So,
You see, well, at this point, there probably looks to be about 20 people remaining.
but it doesn't sound like it seems ritualistic, but does it seem ritualistic? Or the dragons are just being like hungry and fucking gross?
I mean, they are surrounded in a specific order.
I mean, in defense of the dragons, if you put a hungry Tom in front of a pizza, it's gonna get gross. So
You could probably infer that these are the sacrifices.
Okay.
I mean, feed people to 5 different dragons.
In a specific
to 5
order.
heads of Tiamat.
I guess I was like, in my mind, I was picturing like priests doing rituals.
Like
Ritual
Indiana
murders.
Temple of
Yes.
Tiamat type stuff.
As opposed to
carving
like-
things on their bodies.
Kalima,
yeah, whatnot. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. 5 dragons eating people, like, it all tracks.
Do we know anything about this ritual? Because I
Just
worked
that-
in a library.
Okay, roll a library check.
My dice is gonna be a
Either
timeout when I-
Arcana
Fuck off, never
or
mind.
History.
It's a 12. It's a 15.
Yeah, no.
Do I know that here's my specific piece of information I'm looking for.
Okay.
Do I know that the sacrifices have to be living before ingested by the dragons? I'm about to get Machiavellian on this shit,
No, I was thinking the same thing. Like, if we kill the people, are we helping them or
Sure.
are we stopping them?
Yeah, that's my question. Like, oh yay, they're all dead. Thank you for coming in and doing that. Or, because I did work in a library.
She's got
Your
those
library.
library powers.
Dragons are my favorite enemy. Maybe you'd think we would learn as much as there was to learn.
I have a dragonborn in my head. Maybe he knows something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, everybody fucking roll. I'm going to give you something here,
okay.
but I'm just trying to think how to phrase it.
Okay.
From your readings and from your inner head and from your just general knowledge about dragons. They prefer to eat things alive, but the ritual itself does not necessarily dictate alive or dead. Although sacrifices generally means things have to be alive first. But it does not specify if they were to die by a third party, and then if the dragons were to eat them. There's no subtext or
no footnote?
Anecdote. Yeah, no footnote there, as they might not have run into that yet. It will be in version 2.0 next millennia.
Yeah. So this definitely doesn't seem just kind of like as animalistic as I first pictured in my head. It's more like calculated.
Yeah.
Guys, I was really hoping that there was going to be a way for us to not have to try and fight 5 dragons.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody coming up with anything? Because, like...
Can we sneak by these dragons somehow that are busy eating these people? Sorry, people. But, I mean, in order for a ritual to happen, there's got to be some magic casters somewhere. There has to be some sorcerers or wizards or somebody.
At that moment, you hear the same crushing crack come from the same direction as where you saw something rolling amidst the clouds. And you turn and you see a massive ice fortress.
Is it a fucking ice giant's castle?
A flying ice fortress?
Floating down through the clouds. And it crashes into the lip of the volcano and is basically charging across the floor of the volcano. The dragons turn to look and see this, and they throw as many people up in the air as they can and begin flying towards it. You see aboard, you see frost giants readying weapons and waiting for the iceberg to slow down. Well, hello there. Welcome to the middle part. It's us. People you were just listening to previously.
Yeah, just a few seconds ago.
I love that we haven't figured out, like, the proper way to get into these yet.
I mean, I had it down 70 episodes.
Everything
We
up.
just showed up and just flipped the table.
And then I was like, hey guys, come on in. And now it's just not there. You know what else you might have seen on our social feeds? That we got a big old invite to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood. And by we all, I mean 2 of us. So Amy and I are going. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tom.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
all right.
sorry, Tom.
I would have loved to go, but as it turned out, I already had vacation plans in that exact same time period, so I'm not missing out too badly.
No, Carla's got that wedding she's playing.
Yeah,
We're
that
the
too.
only ones who have enough free time. Not enough on our social platter, as it were,
Yep.
to be unavailable for this event. So,
But what is this event? This event is D&D Live 2019, The Descent. So yeah, we're going to Hollywood, and we got invited by Wizards of the Coast to go play their new module with a whole bunch of other great podcasters, including the Broadswords and Venture Maidens and Taking Initiative and Drunks and Dragons. There's a whole list. So many people. So awesome.
So
It's
much
gonna
more
be-
awesome than us. I can't wait to surround myself in all that awesomeness.
You know what? I was listening to Drunks and Dragons today. They don't listen to us, so they'll never know. They were talking about how they're very nervous about the live shows. So, you know, we're nervous about them too. So we're just all nervous.
Speak for yourself. I was on stage the other day, and I'm like, yes, I need a crowd of people clapping in my life.
Well,
Amy, I feel like if you could roll for some sort of performance check while you're playing and bring your tap shoes with you, I feel like that would really seal the deal for whatever you were trying to do in that game.
just build it into your character. They haven't announced how they're doing characters, but I mean, you just put a little note. Also does tap dancing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You're a bard who
I'm
tap
a bard
dances.
who tap dances.
That's your instrument.
And it's my instrument.
Happy
You guys.
feet, motherfuckers.
You're a penguin
Sorry,
bard. who dances.
Sorry, wizards, we won't swear, we promise.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, gonna have to probably keep it clean. It's a family event or something.
Oh, we really shouldn't have sent Amy then.
Right? Ooh, God, sorry.
Anyways, that's in May. The 17th, 18th, and 19th. If you're going to be in the Los Angeles / Hollywood area, or you live there, or you're near there, you should come see us and hang out with us and all that great stuff, because it's going to be an amazing event, and tickets are on sale soon, if not already. So check out the website that's linked in the description. Now, we're going to talk about something different.
Now for something completely different.
If you're liking what we're doing, and maybe you see us in Los Angeles and you really like what we've got going on, maybe you visit us on Patreon, patreon.com/dumbdragoncast, where you can join the sweet community and get some sweet bonus rewards for supporting us.
Like a game that Tom runs, a side scroller. Mm-hmm. So awesome. Russ plays a kitty cat.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I do. A chatty cat.
That was cute. There's also other things if you don't want to hear Russ be a chatty cat. Yeah,
you can go get sweet character sheets that all four of us kind of put together. Not kind of put together. We do put them together.
Definitely put together.
I made one of an Easter bunny, so get on top of that.
Amy's Esther Bunny went up not too long ago with Awakened Rabbit and Warlock stuff and all that sort of cool jazz.
If you want to play a real fucked up character where you probably can't do much because you don't have thumbs, that's one for you.
That's awesome.
And then Tom's character, which was also a warlock.
I'm sure Tom can jump in and explain it.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually don't remember what character it was.
The human warlock druid.
Oh, Owen.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
That one just went up for our patrons, $5 and up.
Yeah.
So
I tried something a little different with that one too. I made it a multi-class. So it's a warlock, 5 warlock, 2 druid.
We're trying different things to not only better ourselves, but to give you cool things to play with at the table. So come check us out, patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. You know what we're awkwardly not talking about? Is the big exclusive thing we've got going on right now.
Oh, right. The big thing we've got going on.
Yeah.
So exclusive and awkward.
Yeah.
It was so exclusive, we weren't allowed to talk about it until Russ introduced it.
We buried the lead on that because I forgot which days things come out, and we're kind of recording this all out of whack. But if you go join us on Patreon, we have a special exclusive offer right now where if you sign up at the $5 tier or higher, you get an exclusive Dumbgeons and Dragons sticker. And it's a pretty sweet sticker.
Oh, it's a real good sticker.
Yeah, it's good. People are going to want this sticker, but they can't have it.
Well,
if you sign up for the $5 or more tier.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
New and upgrading patrons get this sticker, and it's a sticker. The only commission we've had done of Flamikins, and she's on her pirate ship. And she's
badass.
Just badass, loving life. And this is going to be the only way that you can get that sticker. So go and check us out at patreon.com/dumbdragoncast. But if you can't do that, we understand. We would love for you to not only rate and review us, but subscribe to us because we want to. You want to get in on all the newest stuff. We've been dropping little bonus things here and there for the last couple days. Mm-hmm. And if you do write a review for us, we will read it right here, like the one Tom's going to read right now.
Yeah, this is a Facebook review from Anthony von Dessauer, and he gives us 5 stars. It says, you can't go wrong with Dumbgeons and Dragons. This is a rare actual play that is worth your time. The campaign is fun. The players are great. Just the thing you need to entertain you on your drive to or from work. Love this show. Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah,
thank you, Anthony.
I love that. Another really good one is a 5-star review we got on Apple Podcasts by Biopsycho. They say, I've never played D&D myself. Always have had a passing interest, but never looked into much. But these guys make it much harder to ignore. They get along so well together and have a strong narrative that's incredibly fun to listen to and enjoy. I highly recommend giving this a listen if you enjoy fantasy stories or even just people having fun. I don't think I could have summed us up better.
No, I think Biopsycho pretty much nailed it.
Even just people having fun.
Yeah, no, we are just people having fun.
That's really just it.
Thank you, Anthony and Biopsycho. Links for everything mentioned today. There was a lot of things. Sorry about that. We're just going to try and wrap it up here real quick. They can be found in the description, including the Dumbgeons and Dragons Discord and the Reckless Play Guild Facebook group, where you can get to know us along with 3 other great podcasts, the Dark Dice podcast, The End of Time and Other Bothers, and the Lucky Die podcast. And all those places we can get to know you a little bit better. Final thanks to Sirenscape for some of the amazing atmosphere in today's episode. Make sure you check them out at Sirenscape.com to bring your games to life. And the next episode, it'll be out next Wednesday, April 17th. So let's get back to it. We're getting close to that Tiamat. Getting close. Nearing the end.
And close to my birthday.
Oh, fun.
Little teaser for next week. Have a great week. We'll talk soon.
All right, so they're all distracted.
It appears to be, at the moment, yes.
And some sacrifices have been left in the middle?
Not many. There was some talk about things.
Well, yeah, they threw things.
Yeah. But
And
yeah,
I assume
there's
they
like,
threw as many as they could up into the air and then caught and ate them?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
There's-
I
yeah.
just imagine them being like,
Nope.
whoop, 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 whoop,
Yeah.
seen a few.
Yeah. Yeah, there appears to be 3 to 5 people still left running now,
Running where?
away from the tower.
I would say anywhere at this point is probably better.
Well, no, I know, but if there was like an entrance or something from where they were brought into it, I'm assuming they weren't brought through a hole that they had to take boulders apart and then crawl themselves out of a crater and then around
No,
the
that's how everyone gets in here, Amy.
I don't think it is. Then maybe going in that direction, we might find some people to kill. I don't want to fight dragons, you guys. We're gonna fucking die.
Yes.
You continue to see the people running across the volcano, and from around the tower, you see blasts of energy following behind them, striking one of them in the back as he falls to the ground.
I mean, now is probably a good time to get on Guacamole and ride up somewhere.
Well, should I follow that blast of energy?
Like,
Well, I mean, that
did we
open
see
window.
a muzzle flare? Like, do we know where it came from?
Didn't appear to be a dragon blast, more a magical spell cast.
I think I could tell that as a spellcaster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
that's
like
what
that
I'm.
was
That's what
magic.
I'm
Yeah.
wondering. So we didn't see where it came from.
Yeah, no, it came out from further around the tower where you could not see specifically who or what cast.
Well, I mean, let's go fucking see. The dragons are as distracted as they're gonna get,
Yeah,
right?
I'm on
Yeah,
board.
I guess so.
You continue to walk around, and 2 more blasts go out, hitting 2 more of the
Okay, now we run
people.
around.
You run around, and you see a massive lit entrance to the Temple of Tiamat. And standing at the gate, I'm assuming you're peeking around rather than just bolting around the corner.
Always peeking.
You see 3 red-robed wizards standing at the gate.
Guys, I'm gonna use a spell. I'm doing like mad hand gestures.
One of them casts more spells than fires them out at the remaining people, and 2 of them begin to turn and walk back into the temple.
I'm gonna cast Stone Skin upon myself. Before they exited, I was hoping to hit them all with Eldritch Blast.
You can most certainly give it a go.
Guys, I'm gonna blast them. And so,
One per each.
okay. I just feel like I had already rolled that and it was an 18, and for some reason I just decided to roll again.
Well, you gotta roll it 3 times.
Okay, well, this one's a 15. This one's a 26.
There we go.
And this one's a 26. I've peeked around the corner and I've essentially just like put my fingers out like a type of motion.
Thea makes weird cat noises, throws Eldritch blasts out. The one red wizard who is looking towards you, he sees them coming, and he deflects the one that is going to hit him. The other 2 hit the backs of the other 2 red wizards, and they take...
8 and 7.
They are struck by these. They let out a cry of pain, turn to look, and the other red wizard yells to them to get back inside. They run and begin closing the door as the red wizard turns and continues to run. Roll for initiative.
Guys, I think we're heading inside. I got a 12.
I got a 16.
I got an 11.
The two wizards who were running for the door and beginning to close it, it is their turn, and they continue to push the large, heavy doors closed. Now it is Flint's turn. You are a fair distance from anybody in terms of travel distance, 75 to 100 feet from the door.
All right. Can I dash on closer to the door as best I can?
Mm-hmm. So if you dash, you're going to move double your speed.
Yeah. So that'll get me roughly 50 feet away from the door.
Okay.
And can I see either one of the red wizards that are attempting to close the door? Like, are they visible at all?
No, they would be more behind the doors, pushing them closed.
I know previously, Russ, that you've been in control of when Bort takes over for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that I can trigger that if I needed to?
We've never done that before, so we're setting new ground right now.
Love it.
I'm going to say, yes, we can try it. Your new roll DC that you've been rolling has been 12.
Okay.
So if you roll under 12, you become Bort. If you roll over 12, you remain Flint.
Okay.
So give me a little narrative of Flint Bort in the talk to transition and see what happens here.
Yeah, as Flint's running towards that door, he knows Bort's got some skills, so he has a little thought bubble above his head. So, Bort, you ready to take over here for a second? I got an idea. What do you have in mind? Well, you got that skill where you can kind of almost disappear, if I remember correctly. You take that step into the ethereal. Yeah. You think that's gonna be helpful right now? Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna need a little fun voodoo to take care of these guys. So I'm gonna roll. Okay, I rolled a nat 20, so I guess I stay as Flint.
You are Flint.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor time to roll a nat 20.
A super confident version of yourself?
I guess.
Like no, buddy, you're right. I got this.
I guess. Okay, I'm gonna throw my dwarven thrower at the red wizard that's still outside the doors.
Sure.
Because
So he's running back to
enough.
you, so you got advantage on this roll.
Okay. Well, the first one's an 18, but you never know. I might get that crit again. Rolled it under my computer. No. So, okay, so this first one is a 28.
Yeah. Okay.
You mean that almost 30?
Don't want to assume. I gotta make sure.
That's fair.
We're so fucked if that didn't hit.
Right?
Right?
So that's 10 damage.
I'm assuming Flint is like talking out loud.
Oh, yeah, no, he's just a straight up
okay.
crazy person.
No, that's good. That's good stuff. So you two, you see Flint like book it. Like he's running like there's no tomorrow, and you hear him grumbling as he's running away. And then he stops and he has a bit of a confused, like, that should have worked better. And then he throws his hammer and hits the red wizard in the back, and it recoils and comes back to him as the red wizard is propelled forward closer to the door. He's now about 25 feet from the door.
Should have tried to take out his feet. Sorry, guys.
It is the remaining red wizard's turn, and he runs through the doors as they slam shut. And you hear yelling. Well, probably mostly Flint, because you're closer. You hear yelling from inside. What was a fairly bright light coming through some of the windows, it gets brighter. And the dragons in the air and off in the distance, they roar incredibly loud.
For anyone who's not a patron and can't watch the video of this, Russ just hit Amy with a real weird look.
I don't even know why.
And so much silence. She wasn't even doing anything, I don't think.
You know, he's going to edit that silence out, but I know. Mean, I didn't.
None of this happened to the listeners.
I was just
Only
breathing.
the patrons. No.
I'm breathing too loud for you.
No, you're good.
Because apparently you won't be breathing anymore later. So.
It's going to happen, you guys. Somebody's going to die.
Chewing on a plastic bag?
I don't know. Paisley, are you chewing on a plastic bag? She didn't answer.
Okay.
Welcome to our new podcast. Is Paisley chewing on a plastic bag?
My rolls have been great.
She just vomited. Mother.
Okay, Paisley, don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
I just put my foot in it.
Don't eat it. Hey, other things you put your
I'm
foot
stopping
in.
the Patreon recording. Hold on. We'll be back, patrons.
Oh my god.
Paisley, why? How, why? Oh, why? Come here. Come here.
I can't believe something else happened with the foot getting put in something.
I know, it's amazing. We teed it up so well. Oh, poor Russ.
Oh, it's horrible. That's worse than water.
Yep.
In a
that
soft
is 100%
foot.
worse than water.
Worse.
I guess I do both voices, don't I? All right, I'm just going to talk to myself here for a sec. Hang on.
Welcome to the club.